Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. I know I haven't uploaded in around I think 4 months now. I haven't uploaded since like the middle of April, which was I believe Reese's 1 month update video, which Reese is almost 6 months now, which is insane to me that much time has gone by and he's already half a year old. Half a year old. I have an almost one. I know this is over exaggerating, but like in my mind, it's already been half a year. This next half of this year is gonna go by so quick because of Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then his birthday is right then. Like, what the heck? Time is honestly a thief. You always hear when you're younger that time flies by after high school or after you have a baby, and when you're younger, you always think like, yeah, like, sure it does, you know? But then you're living it and you're realizing, holy shit, they're right. Maybe I should have listened to them. It doesn't hit you until you're living it. At least it feels that way. Like, he was just a month old and now I'm making his 6-month update and it doesn't seem like any time has passed in between. If you guys haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you guys can follow along on our family's little journey. Also, if you want to see more of us, I'm way more active on Instagram. I post stories like every day of Reese. They're super cute. If you want to see all that stuff, I will have my Instagram link down below and also right here. If you guys are enjoying this video already, make sure to give it a thumbs up and let's get into the video. I'm gonna try and go in chronological order of things that have happened between his 1 month and now. I'm just gonna do it based on of kind of my memory of what I can remember, things that have happened, like things that stand out. Back in April, we took a family trip to the Arboretum. It was our first little trip together. If you don't know what an Arboretum is, it's pretty much this place with just a bunch of flowers and trees. There's a bunch of peacocks that walk around. This time that we went, there weren't that many, honestly. I think we saw maybe like 3, when usually you see like a whole bunch all the time. That was really fun. Reese pretty much slept almost the whole time. I knew he wasn't gonna like know what everything was, but I thought it was still fun, and it's really fun to look back on, see how tiny he was. He was so tiny. A few weeks later, it was Mother's Day, so we spent our first Mother's Day together, and that was really fun. We went to this place called Solvang. Again, he was still only 2 months old. Let's see, March to April, May. Yeah, he was only 2 months old when we went. So he still pretty much slept the whole time. He was kind of awake, but again, Solvang isn't really a place for kids anyway. It was pretty fun though. We got him a little book there, and we had lunch. I think I just ate strawberries. I don't even remember what I actually had for like to eat. I actually got this in Solvang. It says Raise Kind Humans. I love this sweater. I didn't even realize, I forgot that I had gotten this there. And then after, we went and took some pictures at the beach because that was something that I wanted to do for Mother's Day, but it was honestly pretty cold, so it wouldn't have been that fun to actually go. Reese would have been like freezing. And Father's Day rolled around the next month, and what we did for that was we just had a little barbecue at Rusty's grandparents' house. We had a barbecue, we went swimming, and Reese just pretty much hung out with his grandparents the whole time. Reese also had his first time in a pool, which was really fun. He didn't seem to mind it, but he also didn't really seem that he liked it that much. So that was fun and interesting. And then he celebrated his first 4th of July, which we got in this cute little outfit. It was so cute. We really wanted to watch fireworks with him. We even bought him these little headphones, these like noise canceling headphones from Amazon. But he ended up knocking out so early that night because we were outside all day swimming. Again, we had just basically another little barbecue at Rusty's grandparents' house. And then we went over to Rusty's aunt's house to watch fireworks, and we were gonna bring Reese, but he pretty much knocked out before it got even dark, and his grandma offered to watch him for us. So that was also our first night without him, and I cried. I did not want to leave him. He knew more now that I was leaving, and it made me really sad, and I started crying. But I slept like a baby that night. I didn't have to worry about getting up. It was really nice. Our friend just slept over, and we all knocked out before midnight. So now more on to like milestones of that like Reese has gone through. He is almost 15 pounds. I'm hoping by the time he does turn 6 months, he'll actually be 15 pounds. The last time I weighed him, he was 14 pounds, 10 ounces. But yeah, we had his first ER visit, which was pretty scary. That was something I was super nervous about, and I honestly didn't think I would have to do an ER visit this early on in his life. Thankfully, it was nothing serious. He had a little bit of a rash on him because the day that we started him on formula, we also got his shots. So it was either the formula that caused the rash and or the shots that caused the rash. But we weren't sure, and we didn't want to keep feeding him the formula if it was the formula. When we went to the ER, they said that if it was something serious, they gave him like baby Benadryl, and then they told us to switch his formula. So instead of giving him normal like dairy formula, we started giving him soy formula. He is now wearing mostly in every brand. It kind of differentiates with the brand that he's wearing, but mostly he wears 0 to 3 and or 3 to 6 month clothing, which is good. It's still a little bit on the smaller side. Most of his stuff is 0 to 3, but that's starting to get tight, so I think he's gonna break out of that any week now. It's different between every brand, and honestly, like, just the piece of clothing. He's super long, so a lot of the stuff that's 3 to 6 months that has like feet in them, he doesn't fit, and his feet are big. All the feet pajamas, they're like too small on him, which is super funny. Even like when he was in 0 to 3 month clothes, the feet were always too big, so we couldn't really give him a bunch of like feety pajamas because his feet were just too big for them. So that was interesting. Another thing that he's starting to size up in is in diapers. He recently, in the past like last month or so, he moved from newborn to size 1 diapers, and I bought a lot of size 1 diapers, and I'm realizing I probably shouldn't have done that because he's already, I think, ready for size 2 diapers. I thought since he was in newborn diapers for so long that he would be in 1 for at least a while, that I would use up all these diapers. He loves grabbing and eating his feet. He thinks it's so funny, especially like when we grab his feet, we pretend to like gnaw on his feet or like kiss his feet, and he thinks it's so funny. He thinks everything's funny. He smiles all the time. He laughs. It is so freaking adorable. I love seeing his little smile. He's just the most happy baby. I am honestly so blessed that I have such a happy and calm baby for the most part. He only really gets cranky. Like, still, I thought he was gonna grow out of this, but still, he is only cranky really when he's excessively tired and or hungry. Other than that, he is like an amazing baby. Another thing is that he's starting to get on his hands and knees and like rock back and forth, which I've heard is early signs of crawling. And I've read that a lot of babies don't do that until they're around 8 months. So the fact that he's 5.5 months and already doing that is insane to me. He's been doing like every milestone that he achieves, it's earlier than normal, I feel. He's pretty much almost sitting up by himself now. He needs a little bit of support under his butt so that he doesn't fall either way. But even then, like, he's starting to get a lot better without that support. When we give him tummy time, we put him on a blanket, and he'll go from one side of the blanket to the other side in like less than 2 minutes. He'll like rock himself back and forth and kind of just like make himself fall forward. So it's not very graceful, but he's making distance. He's moving. He loves babbling now. He's so talkative. He loves Blue's Clues. It's so weird watching your child watch something that you watched at that age. Like, Blue's Clues was out before I was born, and now my son's watching it, and I also watched it, which is just insane. If we're watching together, I'll usually put on like a Disney movie. We've watched Toy Story, like the whole series, like a lot. We've watched a lot in the last 6 months. That and Luca and Zootopia, he loves. He'll just like zone out. Really quick, I know this is like the middle of the video, my camera died and it's like an hour later. So if anything looks different, that's why. So like, he really loves car rides, but you have to have music playing or else he gets cranky. And it's weird because like, he'll be fine once you start playing the music, and like you stop playing the music, and it's kind of like him saying like, what the heck, turn the music back on, because he doesn't like cry, he starts like whining, and it's like just kind of funny because as soon as you turn the music back on, he's just like chilling again. So like, he really likes music, at least we think he does. I mean, he's a baby, so we just kind of think of what makes him happy, then he likes. So obviously when we have music playing, he gets happy, and so we just assume that he likes it. He loves to blow bubbles, I call it. He just goes, he like loves doing that. He thinks it's so funny. And he'll sit there sometimes for like 10 minutes straight and just for like 10 minutes. It's so funny. He loves like scratching at anything. Like he'll hold on to you and just like scratch, or he likes hitting now, not hitting, but like slamming his hands down. That, and like, I guess he's not scratching, but he's grabbing, and he knows like the noise, I guess, and texture or like feeling of it. Another thing that is super interesting, if you follow me over on my Instagram, I've talked about it a lot already, or I've shown it a lot. If you've only been here on my YouTube, you've only really seen Reese once, and when you did, his hair was pretty dark, and he had a lot of it. He was born with really dark and a lot of hair, and really quickly it started to lighten up, which I know is normal, but it lightened up really light. It was not blonde, but it was really light brown, which I had really light brown hair as a child too. But I just assumed, since he looked exactly like his dad, that he was gonna have dark hair like his dad. He actually has red hair, kind of, like in the light or in certain lightings, it looks really red. I doubt it will stay this color. I'm pretty sure it'll just turn to like a brown color. He's starting to get curls right here on the side of his head, and it's literally the cutest thing ever. Rusty and I both had curly hair when we were babies, so we just assumed that he would have curly hair, and I don't know why I thought that he would come out with curly hair. That's not really how that works. So I was thinking, I was like, oh, he's not gonna have curly hair. And now he's starting to get little curls right here on the side. There's only like two, like one on this side and one on this side. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.